Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and today the Jacksonville Jaguars stunned the Kansas City Chiefs 31-28. Monday Night Football, the Jags improved to 4-1 and tie the best record in the AFC, the AFC South at 4-1. So yeah, as a Texans fan, that really hurts the Texans, but they still got a long way to catch the Jaguars and the Colts, but. Two teams that are really happy with the way this game went out today, are the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Both the Broncos and Chargers went to 3-2 this week. Good, in a good way for the Broncos as they improved to 3-2, and for the Chargers they fell to 3-2. The Broncos now and the Chargers both gained some momentum in this division now that the Chiefs fall to 2-3. Really bad thing for the Chiefs with this game and dropping this game to falling to 2-3. Is next week, I think you face the hottest team in the NFL right now. The team that has won 4 games in a row. Right now, you could say the biggest winning streak in the NFL at 4. Now that there are no undefeated teams in the league anymore, the Lions do, I believe, have the biggest winning streak in the NFL at 4 in a row, as they have won 4 in a row since they dropped that first game against the Packers. So, but this was a tough loss to the Chiefs, and I think some could say they gave too much time to the Jaguars, and potentially I think they screwed up at maybe not calling one or two of their timeouts as the Jaguars were driving down the field to potentially leave some time for Patrick Mahomes down at the end of the game. And that's something they didn't do on the Jags' last drive, and I think maybe that's in trust of your defense, but I don't know what the defense was really showing to be given that trust on the night, as Trevor Lawrence and this Jags offense did have a lot of success against this Chiefs defense today. And a lot of mistakes by the Chiefs offense is the reason why the Jaguars won this game, including a pick 6. Well, let's go to the scoring summary. The Chiefs scored the first 14 points of this ball game, and I think that's just the theme of the week. The theme of the week being down double digits and coming back. We saw it so many times throughout this week, and we see another game just like this. And Mahomes throws a 2-yard touchdown pass to Kelsey, makes it 7-0. Then Mahomes, who's basically the Chiefs running back at this point with how weak their running game has been this year, has a 9-yard touchdown run and make it 14-0. Trevor Lawrence has a 3-yard touchdown run to Parker Washington. Then Trevor Lawrence has a 10-yard touchdown run. So both quarterbacks score. Actually, one of these quarterbacks scored twice. Lawrence has a 10-yard touchdown run to tie the game. Then we see at the 1-yard line, this is just something you can't happen. And Mahomes actually had this happen to the Chiefs last year on Monday Night Football as well. The only difference between this one and the last time this happened is this one was a touchdown. Mahomes last year on Monday Night Football at the 1 or 2 yard line threw an interception against the Saints to Colin Saunders, and we see another one here. And this time, instead of a big D lineman who can't run 99 yards taking it, it's linebacker Devin Lloyd who returns it 99 yards for a touchdown, 21-14. Then Kareem Hunt ties the game, 5-yard touchdown run, 21-21. Cam Little makes the only field goal of the day with a 52-yard field goal to make it 24-21. Then Kareem Hunt with 2 touchdowns on the day after a 2-yard touchdown run to make it 28-24. And then Trevor Lawrence scores his second touchdown with a 1-yard touchdown run to make it 31-28. Game leaders, Lawrence threw 221 passing yards, 18 for 25, 1 passing touchdown, 1 pick. Mahomes 318, 29 for 41, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Although Lawrence's pick shouldn't have been a pick since there was a pass interference on that play that wasn't called. Mahomes, of course, was the Chiefs' leading rusher with 60 rushing yards, 6 carries, 1 touchdown. Lawrence was as well for the Jags. That hasn't been as usual with how good Etienne has been this year, but he was shut down pretty much tonight. 10 carries, 2 touchdowns. We finally see a great game by Brian Thomas Jr., or at least to his standards, I think a good game. And he made a big catch on the last drive. 4 receptions, 80 receiving yards. Tyquan Thornton had 3 receptions, 90 receiving yards. No sacks for the Jags. They didn't get to Patrick Mahomes once in this game tonight. Charles Omenihu had 1 sack for the Chiefs. And Nick Bolton had 12 tackles for the Chiefs, 14 for the Jags. For Alukon, linebacker for the Jags, with 14. Let's go over some other stats real quick. Etienne had 12 carries for 49 rushing yards. Graham Hunt had 7 and 49 for the Chiefs with 2 touchdowns. Isaiah Pacheco 7 and 36. Travis Hunter had his best game of his career so far, 3 receptions, 64 receiving yards. Brenton Strange got hurt, had 1 reception for 22 receiving yards, and that was it for his day. Parker Washington, 2 receptions for 16 receiving yards and a touchdown. Dami Brown, 2 receptions, 15 receiving yards. Travis Etienne, 3 receptions, 9 receiving yards. That was it for him. And then for the Chiefs, the other receivers, Kelsey had 7 receptions, 61 receiving yards, and 1 touchdown. Hollywood Brown had 4 receptions for 48 receiving yards. Worthy had 6 receptions, 42 receiving yards. Brashard Smith had 3 receptions, 32 receiving yards. Fumbles. Lawrence did have a fumble at the 1-yard line, which would have crazy to think about if he didn't fumble the ball on the sneak. Lawrence would have had 3 quarterback touchdowns today. George Karlaftis recovered that, and the only sack of 3 sacks for the Chiefs today. They sacked Lawrence 3 times. Amenahu had 1, like I said. Jalen Watson had the other, and then a split sack for Karlaftis and Leo Canal. 2 interceptions in this game for both teams. Obviously, Lloyd had the 99-yard return. Trick McDuffie had 1 interception in this game, which should have not been an interception. Should have been a PI. I was returned for 2 yards. So, yeah. What a game. What a week of football. And now we move on to week 6 after this Monday Night Football thriller. The Thursday Night Football game will be between the Giants and the Eagles, another divisional matchup of Thursday Night Football. I think that would be I think that's going to be the 3rd straight divisional matchup in Thursday Night Football. Actually, I think it's the 4th straight. I think we've seen that 4 straight weeks in a row. It's just crazy. You guys let me know your thoughts on the 31-28 win for the Jags in the comment section, and peace out.